am 100% a data nerd. I started as a customer at Tableau, and I run data through my blood.
When did you realize you were a data nerd?
It was probably sometime in high school, doing swim team and doing way too much analytics on my own on basically like my times based on what the workouts were the previous week. I've done a lot across a lot of different industries. I kind of fell into data and analytics as like work. A boss saw something in me and she said, hey, you need to go try for this other position. If you don't try for this other position, I will fire you because you're too good for what you're doing. And so I kind of fell into data and analytics at that point.
That's a great leader.
Yeah.
Because they're looking out for your best interests, even if it means sacrificing your talent for her team.
Yeah. And had she not pushed me at that point, I wouldn't be where I am today, standing here talking to you.
When you're talking with other people and you're a little bit more interested about the data behind what they're talking about, then like maybe a little bit of the content.
But when did that happen?
I think that just the more you work with it, the more it kind of naturally pops in.
As I was starting to come up with new solutions for my team, I just became the data person, and that's when I realized I was really into it more than anybody else was.
Yeah.
I think that's what made me a data nerd.
Are you a data nerd?
I would say probably, yeah, that's a good way to describe me.
When did you realize you were one?
Probably when I was studying economics in undergrad. And it's at that point when you realize that you're really excited about economics and math, it's not hard to draw that conclusion.
So early in my career, I was focused so much on more of software engineering, and that's a lot of what I learned in college. And I actually failed my one of my exams in college. Is like, oh, this isn't for me. I'm not good at this at all. Then out of school, I got into consulting and started to see so much is possible with data, how you actually cleanse data, prepare it, and build reports off of it. And to me, it was really meaningful when you start to see people's kind of light bulb go on where they're like, wow, you can make my job easier by automating so much of these end-to-end workflows that support their data needs. And then being able to leave their jobs at a reasonable hour instead of spending so much time like staying up late because they're manually compiling all this data together. So much of it for me was, hey, helping people do their jobs more effectively.
A lot of times what you learn in traditional education doesn't translate to real life. And the real learning comes when you start actually working in the field. And sometimes, like you said, you failed in these exams in college, but you excelled in real life.
Yes.
So it doesn't always translate. Right?
It definitely does not. And especially you think in college, it's, you have to write the syntax on a piece of paper using a pencil.
Yes.
You're not testing. When you're in the real world, hey, let me just test, does this code work? Does it give me the results I need? This was, you have to memorize syntax and know what you're doing, which, yes, in the real world is very, very different. So anyone who's thinking about, hey, can I get into this field? Try it out first. Don't be let down by what you're experiencing in college.